Hey y'all, so this is Katrina with Gal Gone Camping, and I'm about ready to head out of Beach Fork State Park here in West Virginia, and we have had a blast here at the Almost Heaven end of summer getaway with the Girl Camper group. And I'm terrible, I'm gonna have to put some more of that natural blonde back in my hair pretty soon. This is horrible, but y'all, I'm gonna turn the camera around here. I am here with Rayma Waters. She is the tour guide. Say hi, Rayma. And Deidre Atwood, she is the co-host for this event here, and she's done a phenomenal job. And over here is Hownsley Walton, and she is the Kentucky guide for Girl Camper, and these girls have done a phenomenal job. So I just want them to speak a little bit about Girl Camper and their perspective on it and the positives of joining. So Rayma, go ahead and take it off.
Oh, okay. I've known Janine Pettit, the founder of Girl Camper, since 2012, and Janine has been a real inspiration to me over the years because I hadn't camped in about 20 years, and so one of my first events was something she was doing up in New Jersey, and I actually flew in and stayed at a Hampton 2 miles down the road from her event. But it was a real inspiration, and she kind of talked me through, you know, what I would need and stuff. So I think the fellowship of the women is very important, but what I particularly like about Girl Camper, we always try to learn something, you know, at our events, and you know, and it's so educationally focused on helping the women feel more confident, because it all started with podcasts that Janine did. And so, and they're archived, and you know, if you want to know how to do anything, she's covered it all.
Absolutely.
It seems like. But I very much enjoy, you know, the camaraderie and just being out with the girls, and it's just a whole different dynamic than if you were doing this co-ed, you know, with your partners or husbands or whatever. So I love it, and I like having the state guides, because you know they know their area, you know, and so fortunately coming here, I don't know West Virginia that much, but Deidre was able to kind of search out, and the Blanco, a glass, I mean,
fantastic
it was, and you know, so I felt like I walked away knowing a little bit more, and then also have some new glassware to figure out what to do with, and
collectible, no less.
Collectible, yeah. So anyways, if you've ever been thinking about camping, it's a great group of women. So.
Great. Well, Deidre, I met Deidre, let's see, at the camper college over at Setzer's World of Camping several years ago, and we became friends and have camped together before. So Deidre's done with Janine. I met Janine. That's where I met Janine
that day
at camper college, and it really just set me on the path of where I wanted to go with my blog and my YouTube channel and all that. And it's just, and it introduced me to a whole movement, a whole new world, and you just meet such incredible people. But anyway, so Deidre is just recently, I guess this is your first event.
It is.
For
the first one to co-host.
For co-hosting, and you've done a fantastic job.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's making those little look old.
A lot of help.
Yes, big thumbs up. All right, so what is your take on Girl Camper, and why did you get involved, Deidre?
Just to kind of reiterate what Rayma said, I love the empowerment piece of it. It just really, and the inclusivity of it, everybody's welcome. You know, we have people who have lost their husbands, or whose husbands don't like to camp, or that they just want to leave their husbands at home so they can camp. So everybody's welcome. Everybody camps differently. We've got people here today in cars. We've got people in cargo trailers. We've got people in motorhomes.
And minivans.
Really nice motorhomes. And minivans. I mean, so we were going to have a lady here in a tent that wasn't able to come. So it doesn't matter how you camp. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're young or old. Everybody's welcome. Everybody has different skill levels. But we have such a group with so many different backgrounds in camping, and everybody is willing to help everybody else.
Right.
So if somebody gets here without something, somebody else is going to have
Absolutely.
it, and they're more than willing to share.
Yeah.
So it's all about just getting people out there, having fun, being in nature, building your village.
Right.
And it's just amazing.
Great. All right, Ansley, what's your take on it, and how did you get involved? How long you been with? How long you been the Kentucky Guide? I didn't.
I think I've really officially started in March.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't start camping or RVing until about 6 years ago, and I started with my boyfriend, and I was on Instagram and following a bunch of different accounts and really got into the renovation that was going on, and so I decided I'd buy a camper and renovate it, and just through following all these women who were redoing campers and camping journeys like yours, I found Girl Camper, and I went to the website and I clicked on Kentucky. I thought, I want to camp with these women. I'd never towed alone before. My boyfriend had always towed our camper. Now I'm pulling this camper home to renovate. Found Girl Camper and clicked Kentucky. They had no guide, and so I submitted an application, and here I am.
Now we do.
And she's a great one.
And the thing is my first event, and I don't know if Raymond knows this, that was the first time I'd ever pulled and camped by myself.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Wow.
Okay, now I did not know that.
Yeah. So
I knew it was your first hosting event.
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
Impressive.
no, wait, I'm sorry, it was a second. But so I had just started camping alone. And the thing that's great about it, just to reiterate kind of what they said, is it doesn't matter what you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, just start watching
Yes.
the videos, go to YouTube, listen to the podcast, follow on Facebook. If you're scared to get out there, there's going to be women to help you along. I threw my first event not knowing anything, and Rayma was like a godsend, helped me the whole way through, and just like they say, there's no wrong way to camp like a girl.
Right.
So just get out there and do it. If you're thinking about it, we'll carry you the rest of the way.
Great.
Just go places and do things.
Yeah, that's the motto, right?
Going places and
doing things.
So we have all different levels of experience. So it just shows you,
In age groups. I just did the Girl Camper float down the Colorado River in Grand Canyon.
She's my hero.
And we had them from 74 years, I think, to maybe in the 40. And what a range. We had a mother-daughter team, and Peggy Faber and her daughter Casey, and but it was just wonderful. And then on top of that, we had the female guides. And so I think that Janine is hoping that becomes, if it's not an annual trip offered to girl campers, maybe every other year. Because it's just really an experience that it's not for everyone, but even if you have trepidation, you really, you do work, because I did going into it, and by the end of day 2, morning of day 3, I was good.
Right.
Fully embraced. But it just really, I think about, keep on learning stuff. I started out in a vintage, and I had to learn so much with a vintage, but there was all manual, crawling under there, screwing the jacks up, trying to get it level and all that, versus now I have everything is computerized, and but I've learned, like, if somebody had talked to me about black water, gray water, your generator versus propane, I just would get a glazed over look. But you break it down simple and step by step and learn. And now I feel like I'm Ainsley is a real inspiration. She's getting ready to go to that South Dakota.
The RV Inspector School.
RV
Oh,
Inspector School.
yes.
And so once she gets that, I'm hoping you'll come to Ohio and do a camper college, for us 101. Because the girls in Ohio have been asking for it. And, and I don't feel confident. I mean, I have a guy that can come do all that, but I want it to be a peer.
Right.
And so I'm hoping that once Ainsley gets her certificate, and before the ink is too dry, to come to Ohio, because girls have been asking.
By way of West Virginia.
We'll be West Virginia, sure. And I'll be at that, because every time I go we have several guides across the country, in Texas and Oklahoma, that have received that same training, and I sit through their stuff and I learn something different.
Every time.
There's
Every
a lot
time.
to learn.
Every
so,
time. It's an ongoing process too.
It is.
You know?
It is.
So
Yeah, and if you want to look at the events and start
Yes.
coming, you can just visit www.girlcamper.com.
Yep.
You can click on events. It will prompt you to register. There's a $10 safety fee that's going to cover all of your waivers and everything. So you're
That's
covered.
a one-time deal.
That's a one-time deal. You know, it's just you'll never have to pay it
Right.
again. And then you'll have access to all the events. And right now, I think we have 32 guides across the U.S.
Mhm.
So, and just events, multiple events every month.
yeah. Well, you know, there's several all-female groups, you know, camping groups and traveling groups and that kind of thing. But I think Girl Camper is one of the best by far.
Absolutely.
And another, I think that really makes our group unique is the magazine that comes out quarterly. It's high quality. It's great.
Award-winning.
And, awarded, yeah, that's right. It won awards. And so kudos to that team that puts this together under the supervision, coordination of Janine. But you go to the website and there's a place where you could purchase a subscription to this. So I just like to brag on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think
very
you
well
handed
done.
out quite a few free ones
Oh, great.
on this trip.
I need to pick up an extra one if you
Yeah.
got it.
Oh, that might be
believe
it
you
right
might be
there.
Oh, that might be it.
right, Ainsley?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ainsley might be
and the other
featured
great
in
thing
this
is,
one.
you know, it's everyday people. You can be in this magazine. Submit an article. My camper's in that magazine.
Oh,
I never,
cool.
you know, and it's like
Cool.
you feel. I mean, it just makes women feel good.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And let's talk about our beloved friend, the pets.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, they're welcome.
Yes.
As long as the campground says you can have them and
Right.
things. But it's been, now I'm going to get a puppy and raise it in with my travels. Anyways, yeah, so dogs are welcome.
And there's always somebody to help. You know, I was worried. It's hot. I was worried about leaving my pup in the camper yesterday, and some of the girls said, "Well, we're gonna skip the Blinko tour," and they said, "I'll check on your dog."
Yep.
And it's just
Yes.
we're
Yes.
just a community.
And
Just
anywhere,
have those kayakers out there.
anywhere that animals are welcome is good with me, y'all. I mean, that's you know, it's a good thing. So, all right, ladies, I appreciate your time so much, and I have had a blast with you guys. And you all, you know, be sure and check out girlcamper.com. Listen to the podcast, watch the videos, and check out the magazine. And there's just such cool events all across the country, and just a great place to meet people and learn new things, and it's fantastic. So anyway, I've enjoyed my time here. It's been fantastic. I got to head out in a little bit, but thank you guys so much. I love all
glad
these
you could
ladies.
make it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right, you guys.
Great spending
Remember-
time with you.
Remember, don't wait to live. See you down the road.
That's cool.